Honestly, Cabanets was probably...
Cabannet was a filler.
Yeah, we could get Cabanets out of the way the first because it was a filler.
Yeah, so this episode's called The Kisaragi Leaders Will Be Live Streamed.
Oh my god, was it live streamed?
Mm-hmm.
It's as fan service as you can get, folks.
Yeah, every anime has to have the swimsuit episode. If it's not swimsuit, it's the beach episode.
Well, even if it's not either one of those, it's at least a swimsuit episode where you see every girl practically in a swimsuit.
Yep.
Honestly, even though it was filler, this was bad filler.
It was.
And I can tell between the difference between good and bad filler. Like this one is just all over the place. Like the pacing is out of whack.
It felt like an OVA episode, and those are supposed to be filler, to tell you the truth. The only thing I grasped out of this is like now Six now knows. I don't remember her name. I've never written it down. Never cared enough to write it down. Six and the ice leader, like he now knows that she likes him.
And always has.
Yeah. So now he knows that, and Alice is just a dick that she was trying to earn her own evil points, saying Six can't go back with negative points when really he can.
Yeah. I think he just didn't want to leave everything the way it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm assuming last two episodes of that one we'll be fighting the Demon Lord.
Yep, the final battle.
Yeah, so we'll wait for that next.
Digimon.
Yeah, we could get Digimon.
I'm not saying that's a filler, but it was like kind of.
It was basically a start of a new adventure because they went and found out what basically their crusts were.
Did they ever go into do that in the old show?
They did, but it wasn't similar to that. It was when they found out about their crust, they were going back to Earth.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they were before they got home. They were basically told that your crests were never. The power was never in the necklaces because theirs were necklaces in the original. The power was always inside of you. You just had to believe into your crest, depending on whatever it was: will, hope, courage, friendship, whatever.
Yeah.
And so this is the new beginning of an adventure, trying to figure out each of their crests, because it will be their answers for this, whatever this next great catastrophe is.
By the way, if you haven't guessed it, the episode is called "The Mystery Hidden Within the Crest." That's the title of the episode.
Go down.
Sorry, continue.
But with this episode going, basically this episode, as they're finding out the data of their crest and being told what it is and what is basically happening, we basically get a Digimon that eats data.
Yep.
And they had a fight against that Digimon.
I call him Boy Kirby. I can't really say boy because I don't even.
I was about to say, is Kirby labeled?
Okay, I'm just going to call it Kirby. It's basically Kirby. It's a Kirby Digimon.
It doesn't help it's pink also.
Exactly.
And it gets really big every time it eats.
So, it's literally a Kirby Digimon, did exactly what Kirby does. And the only way to defeat it was give him garbage data and he blew up. Or it blew up. Oh my god.
Well, the data that it had, it was garbage, but it was just more data so it would get full.
Yeah.
But that happens. The Wisemon.
The guy in the book?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Wisemon.
Oh my god, I hate him always saying his stupid fucking line.
This knowledge brings me joy. Ghostblade, you're enjoying your water? This knowledge brings me joy.
Unfortunately, because of who he was, it is what it is. But every Digi-Destin gets a basically a compass to where they would find their answers to their crests.
Yep.
So we're probably going to get 8 episodes where each one's finding their crests, because they're all going to have to split, or I would say 8, just because Matt and his brother and Ty and his sister will probably stay together while everyone else splits off.
No, that's not how they split up. Joe took the younger siblings into the spa to heal up.
Yeah, they're gonna have a spa episode.
Okay, well then after that we'll probably
Matt
get
went on his own. Ty went with Sora, and Mimi went by herself. And Kojiro, TJ, no, wait, TJ, Dizzy stayed behind to learn more about the Great Catastrophe.
Okay. I probably dozed off at that end because I was starting to get tired.
Because you were like, this filler. Oh, god damn it.
Well, I was just trying to watch everything at once. I kind of started getting tired. So.
Well, it's not filler, man.
I'm not saying it's filler, but like it felt like that in the beginning a little bit.
But with this one, it opened a new adventure. Probably going to find answers. Hopefully, the other Digijetsons get to go into their Mega Evolutions. So.
Yeah.
We'll see what this new darkness is.
Are we missing anyone from the old show? Any villains?
I think at this point it's just the very last one that was in the original, which was like that demon clown Digimon.
Oh, yeah.
That was like the big boss one for them.
Yeah, yep.
I think he's the only one that's left.
I even though I barely remember him, like he's the kind of villain that kind of leaves an impression.
Yeah. Well, when they did him in the original, it was very well done.
Yes,
so.
it was. All right, where we go? Boruto? Yeah, let's get Boruto. You know what?
All right, yeah.
Because this one was just mostly training.
The coach
info.
is the episode.
Oh, you remember that one?
Well, yeah. I mean, when you name something like that, it's like it kind of leaves an impression.
It also doesn't help while you were watching. We both were shit talking the name.
Which name?
The cult.
Yeah.
We're just like, let's find ways to make fun of it while we're watching it. But it was an episode with Sasuke mostly, just learning.
Sasuke, his investigation of the Otsutsuki clan.
Yeah.
I did not like learning that Kaguya had a paired partner that she came with. That was actually interesting, and that we find out that paired partner was Jigen. That was even more interesting. And I'm like, and as soon as he's starts regaining more of his power, we're starting to get really close to the invasion of the village again.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is like 1, 2, 3, the fourth or fifth time the village has been invaded. Fourth or fifth time.
I want to say the
Fifth.
Is that counting the movie?
Yes.
No.
No.
Well, I'm talking about the last movie.
Yes, because that one is canon. So the fifth.
Yeah.
You mean the Boruto movie?
No, Naruto, the last movie.
I don't.
Yes.
I'm trying to remember.
When
the
they
moon
came and sold Hinata.
and the moon was like coming down to.
That's right. Okay. So like the sixth time. Basically, the village has been invaded, fucking a lot compared to fucking others.
Yeah.
Well, this village is where the main story is at, anyways. So.
Who gives a fuck about the rest?
But all of this is going on. We kind of get to a hint of the what's the guy from the organization?
Boro.
Yeah, we kind of get to see his form of, I guess, what he's going to eventually turn into.
I fucking called it the one who sabotaged the blimp and who's most likely been the traitor has to have been Koji with the frog. Just how Goro found that frog inside the fucking blimp.
Oh, yeah, that.
I fucking called it. I'm like, it has to be Koji. It has to be Koji. Just because of the way he always is about knowledge and how little we know about this character still.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we saw the beast, though, that was tied down.
The ten-tail beast?
Yeah, I was like, when Sasuke said tell beast, I was like, that had to be 10 tails. But I was kind of questioning it at first because it didn't look like 10 tails.
It was
just because he's an albino.
Well, no, it just there's a little bit of a different style to him than what he had during the war.
Yeah.
Even though we got like 2 or 3 different forms of 10 tails. But then when he came in and said 10 tails, I'm going to steal more of your chakra kind of thing. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was right for once.
I was actually surprised it's alive. Because didn't they kill it in the war?
Well, I thought he was no more because technically to make 10 tails, you have to have all 9 beasts.
You did, or at least their chakra, because they actually did end up getting their tail beast. So yeah, with all 9 beasts, the 10 tail beast was formed. It turned into the tree. Madara absorbed the tree, and then so Madara was the Jinchuriki of the 10 beast. Then he turned into Kaguya. They defeat Kaguya. They get back the beast. So it's it's technically still alive. It was technically still alive in a way.
Okay.
Kaguya was sealed up by the planetary devastation from that battle. She was sealed up there, but it was technically still alive. But could this be another 10 beast? I don't know. Like I don't know if it's the same 10 beast.
It has to be the same, but it just got basically locked up.
But then, if it's the same 10 beast, if it's the same one, doesn't that mean that it's Kaguya? Because Kaguya was the last Jinchuriki of it.
Probably.
Well, then that means she's technically alive because she was just sealed away. She wasn't really killed.
Well, yeah, but if she was sealed inside the beast, then
No, she wasn't inside. She wasn't inside, like sealed inside the beast. She was the host of the beast.
okay, then I don't know. We'll
I
have
think
to see what
I think
happens.
it's a completely different tail beast, to be honest. I think especially if that one has been sitting, because this is a different dimension that like it's outside. This is a different dimension that's like outside the Earth world. So I'm assuming that this one that was in the cage has always been there for the longest time and has never left that spot.
Yeah.
That's where I'm trying to get to.
Yeah, so it's probably not even the same tail beast from the war.
So yes, we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
I'm already rambling.
Well, we'll see what happens basically, but other than that, the cult is doing their whole thing
Again.
again.
The guy's that chick's brother trying to save her from this blasphemy of lies.
Yeah.
And Goro was straight up, and you
Hit me. You call that a hit?
I tell you, man, I've already met God. You're nothing, and just kills him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah, we can
like
move
what you said. You said
full dive.
full dive. All right, we can get a full dive. So we're gonna talk about this episode's called A New Ally. And
oh my God, was it an ally?
yep. So it starts off pretty big with an insult.
Like I fucking called it. Riona last episode she was all serious. Like I'm gonna tell you the real reason why I really want somebody to
The
beat
whole
this
story,
game.
it's so depressing. Oh my God, it's gonna hurt me telling you.
And it ends up being just another joke. Basically, the reason she wants Hiro to beat this game is because she's actually met the first guy who beat the game, but he rejected her confession.
Her love confession to go out with her.
I still can't believe I said so. Your boobs have reached your limit. You're disgusting.
No, her boobs have reached over his limit. It's disgusting because I don't date anyone with big boobs like you.
That is a new insult I never thought I'd hear, but oh my God.
Yeah. I was dumbfounded by that. I was like, I never heard that type of insult.
What did you say to it? What did you say? What did you thought he was? Oh my, are you gay?
It's like, I want somebody to meme that with like the Zap Brannigan from Futurama. The guy saying that, and then Zap Brannigan saying, "What are you, gay?" When I say that's bad, it's just like, come on, you gotta love Zap Brannigan memes. I have sex dyslexia. Oh God. But that's the whole story why she wants to have someone beat the game, and then she told Hiro that she will marry whoever beats the game, and they could go on living together, loving together, hundreds of kisses, and then they can give the guy who rejected her a finger as a couple.
This is a revenge. This is a revenge plan.
Yep.
Just in her own little mind.
Uh,
And so the beginning of the goblin attack start. Well, okay. First, it starts with the evacuation plan. The Tesla orders everyone to evacuate the plant before the attack starts. And that's where Tesla comes in. It's like, to replace Granada and his guy, we come in with 2 new fighters.
the Inquisitor and the Fruit Slicer.
Fruit Slicer, childhood friend, Alicia.
Uh-huh. But they got the Goblin event got hold because there's another event in the way, thanks to Genji. I want to say Gore for some reason. Thanks to Genji, because Genji wanted he did a smart thing. He started up a crime spree of a lot of people just so he can go to jail because goblins can't attack people in prison. So he saved his console so he can go to prison and not be attacked during the whole event, which is ingenious.
Honestly, at this point, I don't know why this guy even still plays.
I don't know why either.
Like, yeah, I get your life is shit. You probably don't give a shit, but like, why are you still playing? Like,
Yeah.
you can do everything you're doing for real life. I mean, unless you don't have any fucking money.
Well, that's what he says he does. He says that every now and then he goes to jail just for a free meal.
Yeah, Jesus. The guy's useless.
I just don't get why go through that length of getting arrested to protect your character when you could just easily not log in whenever the event's going through.
Right.
That's my logic. I'm like, oh, there's an event. Nah, I ain't logging on. Because you can't log out while you're in the prison, can you?
I think it's that as long as you're not in combat or part in of events, you can't log off.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, there we go.
But you're able to log off. Remember when Hero was in the dungeon with Inquisitor? He was able to log off after.
Well, like I meant like while he was in the cell. Remember when he was in the cell and the Martin was haunting him and he couldn't log off because of the event?
Yeah. Well then, yeah, he's just gonna sit that one out.
Yeah. Trying to think what else was there. There was like a funny hand purse moment.
Yeah, the hand got cut off because someone stole a purse.
The fucking fruit slicer cuts it off, not giving a shit, with the hand still attached to the handbag. Hero trying to return the purse to the civilian. I'm like, you stupid, why not just remove the hand?
Yeah.
It's not like it's fucking glued to the thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, Hero's such a fucking idiot.
The only other thing that happened was when Hero logged out before the event, the sister was staring over him with the life of concern.
That almost spooked me. that almost kind of spooked me for a second. I'm
Like if I wake up and you're in my face just watching me, I'm like, oh fuck, you scared me. Sorry. Get fucked.
Would have been like a major heart attack.
Like, oh god, we're both dying. First you, then me. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Full Dive.
Yep.
Any others you want to just knock out, or?
Well, like, this week's of My Hero, it was just kind of there.
Yeah, so I guess we do My Hero Academia. This episode's called The New Power and One for All.
Yeah.
Basically, we go into more depth of why Hero, I'm already saying.
I was about to say, who the fuck?
Why Deku trying to explain to Bakugo and All Might, like where does the quirk come from, and now trying to see if we can reactivate it again, but
yeah.
it's not really working.
Yeah, I don't know why they still said it was like only one quirk when they told him he has 6 quirks now, but he needs to activate them.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, like, this is still new for everybody, especially All Might.
Yeah.
So, like this is still going to be a process for Deku to start figure out how to even activate each quirk.
Yeah.
I like when he was rambling. I like the thought of him like having like an imaginary like lock and unlock and lock kind of system for each quirk to see if it needs it or not.
Yeah.
Like, I like the idea. But besides that,
Copy was explained with the blanks.
Oh yeah, him trying to copy
Yeah.
Aries' quirk and see like if he can try to explain to her how it actually works, but he couldn't he couldn't do it because it's a blank quirk. And yes, the blank quirk basically states that if a quirk needs an energy to if oh my god, his explanation was kind of weird. Well, it wasn't weird.
You're right so far.
Well, I can't think of what it looked like. It was like if energy, if a quirk needs energy to be accumulated to activate it, he can't use it because he doesn't have the energy itself to activate the quirk.
Yeah.
But the best example that they threw out was if he were to copy Fat Gum's quirk, Fat Gum needs to take damage, like to remove the fat. Like he has to physically take damage to activate his quirk. But since Monoma or Monoma, since he's not fat, it's not really gonna work for him. Like, it's gonna be a completely different thing.
Yep.
So we don't know right now. Like he tried to copy Ari, but we still don't know how her quirk really works.
Yep.
Yeah.
Trying to think.
This was also the last day where Bakugo and Todoroki got the last exam to get their licenses.
They got it.
They got it, and then not 30 minutes after.
Villain attack.
Yep.
A villain attack on this Christmas, you fucking monsters.
Yep.
They attacked during winter.
Um.
His weapons were actually pretty cool though. The little goblins that he had.
Yeah. Too bad they're faulty that they broke.
Yep. They were garbage.
Yeah. The mind control guy, I cannot remember his name.
Shinso?
Yeah, Shinso. They said he's going to be in the hero course next year.
Yeah.
They're still determining which class he's going to be in, A or B. I think we're going to find that out probably at the end of this season or next season.
I feel like he's going to be part of A.
Maybe. And then there is after credits on this where 1A celebrated Bakugo and Todoroki having their license.
Yeah. There was a giant party between Class 1A.
Yeah.
The next episode is a Christmas special in summer.
It's also their 100th episode, right?
No, we just watched.
That's right. I'm sorry. I saw a post and I got the posts mixed up because they said it was.
Yes, this last one was their 100th episode,
Which is very hard to believe, honestly. Like it doesn't feel like 100 episodes.
Yeah, it's one of those things that doesn't really feel like it. But
I believe it because I always go back. I always keep going through my mind of how much Deku has progressed since day one.
Yeah, we haven't
And
seen
it doesn't help that they keep fucking throwing flashbacks about it. So
yeah.
So you kind of have to think about it. It's like, man, we've really gone this far, huh?
Plus, I'm not going to say there's like a lot of fillers compared to most animes because there is like an entire arc of a filler. But
yeah, well, if we think about it, because of Baruto, they're already at 200.
yeah.
It's just like, damn.
So what's next? You guys got anything particular?
If y'all want to knock out Odd Taxi.
Okay.
Well, you didn't get to watch it?
I watched it, but I was just really confused on what was going on.
They planned a heist. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I saw the heist, but it was just, there was a lot of talking going on.
Yeah. So this episode's called "We Have No Tomorrow."
This is basically Odokawa getting with everyone and trying to get as many people involved as possible to how this bank heist is going to turn out into his favor and the police's favor. That was basically what's been going on. So we start off with the manager. Wait, did we start with the manager?
Of
Mystery
the
Kiss.
band? Yeah, Mr. Kiss. Yeah, we start off with him getting inside the car.
Yes, and he's still trying to convince him that they want the dash cam, but Orokawa starts telling him he starts telling him, it's like, no, like you should cooperate with me so that we can get to a better solution. And then fucking, and you saw that Master, he was gonna kill her, like he was gonna kill Orokawa, just so they can get to the stupid dash cam. And that's where freaking
the Lima girl came up.
God, what's her?
Shit. Oh well, I'm not going to focus on her name. She comes up, she does her weird little dance fight. It honestly felt like I was watching Step
Brazilian
Up.
food.
Yeah, it honestly felt like I was watching Step Up at that moment. I was like, oh, great.
That's very specific.
That's all I think of. It's like, oh, there's music, there's dancing, there's fighting. It's okay. When have I seen this before?
I mean, still kicked his ass pretty well though.
Yeah, with one hit. Then they talk, blah blah blah, just all that bullshit. He does find the GPS that the Dodo guy's been tracking him with. I don't remember what else happened with that because that happened kind of fast, honestly. They went to the I don't want to say kingpin, but the mob leader, the guy who has music every time he talks, the porcupine.
Oh, Nozu?
Yeah. Honestly,
I'm still baffled how his men were able to find the kid with the cash.
Yeah, they did like the most strangest cyber stalking. I can't fucking speak.
They were able to get his location just from fucking Twitter posts. I'm like,
which isn't uncommon. That's happened a lot to a lot of people.
Sure, but like especially that they found him in the short time frame that they did.
Yeah, how long did they do it? Like 12 hours, I think.
Probably less than that. I feel like it was the same night.
I think so. Yeah. Shit.
And this was also where Dr. Gorigi trying to get information about Otokawa's parents and the accident. How there's little to no information about what happened to their accident.
Yeah. Then they planned the whole heist of like how's the money going to go, how's both sides going to play out. Then Otokawa got his heist name called Odd Taxi. Oh,
that was a funny little sequence. Like when Dobu said we'll call it Odd Taxi, I like the letters all covered, and Otokawa's like, what?
That doesn't make sense.
Why are you saying that? Why are you saying that like it's supposed to be serious?
Like, no, we just need a Peter meme where it's like, he said it.
He said it. Oh, that's what they call it.
Yeah.
Honestly, to be honest, the bank heist was a little complicated because they kept talking about like the counterfeit bills, and how about the $100 million yen worth of real bills, and how they were supposed to get like a 900 million yen counterfeit bills. And I'm like,
honestly, I'm saying this is like my knowledge of like heist planning with the way I've seen it. Like when I hear the word heist planning for banks, I immediately assume like Fast and the Furious, where like I gotta hear family 12 times in one sentence, or GTA style where there's gonna be a crippled guy humping something. I was like, that's all I picture is like what's gonna happen here is quirky. What is your quirk with this heist?
Yeah.
But that's all I got for Hot Taxi. Honestly, they said it. There you go. That's it. Anything else, Ghost, or no? Lion?